CB radios in history, how they improved communication and changed the culture. This documentary is about how the CB radio, also known as the Citizens Band Radio, improved communication for the public and government and how it changed the culture of the United States of America. When CB radios became popular in the late 70s, it changed many things like the way new music was written, how friends communicated with each other, and how it put more life into the trucking industry, and more people talked and got together over certain CB channels. They made songs about how people would talk to truckers, what the truckers would hear. Songs were made on what people would hear over the CB radios, and stories on the CB radio. There is a song called Teddy Bear, which talks about a kid who is paralyzed and his dad died in the semi while in a storm, and it tells the story over the CB radio. And while he is telling the story, he says he wants to ride in the semi again. And so he gave his address to one of the truckers, and a bunch of truckers went to his house and each took a turn with him riding in their trucks. The history of the Citizens Band Radio and before the Citizens Band Radio. The Federal Communications Commission built the first CB radio during the 1940s, but the government didn't release it until 1975 because the government had used it for military communications. The radio used a crystal in it, or a quartz, and it has many electronics in it, and it has amplifiers. It uses antennas, speakers, microphones, resistors, many different things. Here's a clip about how the CB radio is put together and what's in it.
The heart of the CB radio, the quartz crystal. Without crystals and transistors, it would be impossible to create a small, compact, highly efficient radio and transmitter in one package. They are a product of space-age technology. Without the quartz crystal, man could not have landed on the moon. Like the telephone, CB radio offers person-to-person communication, but it is mobile. A man delayed in traffic can call his wife at home. Boats can seek locations of shore facilities. Families on vacation can call ahead for hotel reservations.
Besides the actual CB radio, it uses external devices such as an antenna and a microphone, or a handheld microphone that attaches to your CB radio unit, and the antenna also attaches to your CB radio unit, and the antenna goes on the outside of your car or truck or semi, and certain CB radios people have set up in their houses, their antenna will go on the outside of their house. And the CB radio also uses, most of the time, 12 volt DC power, and also some of them will use 120 volt wall power in your house. Before the CB radio was introduced to the public, people used their lights to warn each other for few dangers or cautions to take place, and they also had a few hand signals. One of the signals is more than 2 consecutive flashes from oncoming traffic signals that there is a type of danger ahead, such as a foreign object on the road or a cop nearby, so that would mean slow down and watch with caution. One of the hand signals is making a sideways V with your 2 fingers to signal that there is a cop with a radar gun checking for your speed, so that would mean slow down and hold back so the cop does not ticket you. The CB radio craze. The CB radio was most popular during the late 1970s and early 80s. There were movies based off of truckers making friends with other truckers, such as the movie Convoy.
Breaker 19, this here's a rubber duck. You got a copy on me, Love Machine? 10-4 pig pen. For sure. By golly, it's clean, clear to Taco Town. Yeah, we definitely got us the front door, good buddy. Mercy sakes alive, looks like we got us a convoy.
Another movie is called Smokey and the Bandit. It's about a guy named the Bandit and his friend the Snowman. Snowman and the Bandit haul semi-loads of cargo or whatever they are paid to haul across the country. And the guy named Snowman hauls the load with his semi, and the guy named Bandit has a car to distract the cops, also known as bears or smokies. And so the Bandit distracts the smokies, and the Snowman can go fast without wearing as much, getting a ticket. They use the CB radio to communicate with each other to where they go and what places to avoid.
What's your 20? About 16 miles this side of Mississippi. Whoa, hold it. I just passed another Kojak with a Kodak. This place is crawling with bears. Where the hell are you? Come back. I'm still trying to get rid of that Texas County Mountie. I don't know what the hell he wants. You know what he wants. I mean, how would you like to be the dude that handcuffs a legend? Listen, give me 5 minutes. We're going to put some moves on that mother. I'll meet you at Ole Miss. Well, you better hurry or we can just kiss that money goodbye. You understand that? I'll read you loud and clear. 10-4.
Those were ways the CB radio was displayed in movies. The short and long-term impacts of the CB radio. For a while, the CB radio was heavily used. The craze lasted for quite a few years, but eventually, with mobile phones, it died out. It is still sometimes used today. It is nowhere near as much as it used to be, though. The CB radio helped many people if their car broke down, if there was a fire, or if there was a crash. Nowadays, because not many people have CB radios, more crashes are happening now because they used to warn each other of bad conditions, slow traffic, or a wreck. Because people got warned, the crashes didn't become bigger from people not paying attention. The CB radio created a place where everyone could talk to each other, and truckers that lived on the road could have someone to talk to, and they wouldn't be as lonely. It provided a way so that people wouldn't be distracted by phones, but they could still talk to people. The CB radio impacted history by the movies that were made inspired by CB radios and making it more popular for people to be truckers. But still today, there are people that will talk on your CB radio with you every now and then. Some people are saying that they're actually slowly starting to come back and that sales are going up for them and people are starting to get back into the trend of having CB radios and talking to each other. These are the reasons why citizens banned radio, improved communication, and changed the culture. Without CB radios being used today, more people are not aware of what is ahead. They aren't able to warn truckers easily about bad road conditions. So without warnings from other drivers, causing more and more crashes and costing people lives because they don't have a $70 communication device installed in their truck. It could have saved many of innocent lives each year by just listening to the talk on a radio.